Thank you, first of all. This was interesting. I'm just wondering, so this is more for me about sustainability. When does circularity come? How, I mean, I didn't see any circular.
For me,
it's fine if it's just a buzzword because kind of sustainability doesn't sound so sexy, so we now move to circular tourism instead of
I'm not an expert on circular economy,
okay.
But what I can tell you is that from what I have seen, the circular always comes from the circles that we have observed for many, many years, or as long as we're here on Earth, that come from nature. And if I go to the indigenous communities of Latin America, for example, I see this circle, yeah? They don't produce a lot of waste. There is a harmony between people and the planet, and I think this is the whole idea, and this is what it should be, yeah? That you live together, you have a harmonious circle and you're living together and not disturbing.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. I also want to mention that circular tourism is we always do our events on circular something, and we think it's a big goal to ideally a tourism would be circular, but we are far away from it, from social, ecological, and other things. And so most of our talks and our discussion around it will be different aspects of sustainability and sustainable tourism will all go into the vision for circular tourism.
That was actually the speech before. I was wondering because there can't be circular tourism because you don't produce anything, but there can be circles, little circles, as we have seen before, which make the whole thing kind of circular. But tourism can't be circular.
Can I answer that? Because this is a very interesting aspect. Yes, I have thought about it too. Yeah, because I said it's why I said that if you have a good and produce something, it's very easy. Yeah? But yes, it is circular because what you take is the emotion, and what tourism sells is emotion.
A philosophical way of seeing it then.
It's also a very practical way. If I'm in a destination and the goal is to bring tourists and the locals together, and then I see the tourists walking through the village of the locals in an outfit in a 20, one of these movies in the 20 where they go to the jungle and they're armed to their teeth with insect sprays and other stuff. Everything they actually give from them or radiates, yeah, is fear. It's fear of coming together in a place where coming together is what you actually bought and what the place sells.
Someone else has a question for Kerstin.
How do you have a number whether people are ready to pay if it is really an authentic experience here rather than unauthentic?
No, this is something that the industry, well, we do have numbers that people are willing to pay more, but then it depends very much on what you think is authentic.
Yeah.
And we have experienced that authenticity does often not come together with the offers that the tourism industry can make you as a traveler, because that real authentic experience happens outside organized tourism zones. And I say organized tourism zones because tourism, it's 1.4 billion people moving. It's not, there is no hidden places and secret escapes anymore. It's one planet and we have to see how we come together. So no, unfortunately no number, only the fact that people are prepared to pay more, but what they actually get after that is a bigger question.
I think the most authentic experience is the cheapest one. That's what you want for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's also the most impactful on a personal and emotional level. So you have to be really responsible. Mm. Yeah.
It depends a bit, since it's about circular tourism. So it depends a bit on our definition. Just if our definition or our interpretation of circularity includes reduction, which some approaches to circular economy do, then would you subscribe that we should actually reduce, for example, our own travel to far away exotic destinations, and we would move to more local tourism.
I think
Reducing our overall ecological footprint.
I think you should reduce your expectations. You cannot, because you cannot buy a place, and this is the wrong approach. Everything that we see in production in tourism is mostly infrastructure, yeah, and this is mostly built for the people who come to visit. And in extreme cases, you have infrastructure that is only for tourists, and it's not for the local population.
But you would subscribe to an idea of, look guys, you showed the figures, world tourism is growing.
Mm-hmm.
We have increasing middle classes in Asia. Everyone travels like us.
It's a trend that you cannot stop.
I know you cannot stop, but
stop.
exactly that's why I'm asking. Wouldn't you rather promote an idea where you try to convince people that local tourism can be as good as traveling to far away exotic destinations?
I do agree, it can, but personally I cannot do it because I think it's a good experience and an important experience to get to know the world, because we have a lot of people working in fields where they influence large areas of the world, and if they have not experienced it by themselves, I think it's not possible to make good decisions. So personally, I would always advocate the traveling, maybe slower.
I would like to make one statement for the circularity. It's just, we said about reduction and being like less bad, which is, the circularity tries to have the opposite approach, trying to be more good. So if you have, instead of like reducing things, reducing CO2 or reducing bad impact you make on the environment, you could also do increase the good impact, and so like focus on the effectivity. That's the one of the basic messages from circularity, I suppose. I think, like my opinion. So if you leave something good and you do something good and focus on these good things that you leave and do something good while you are traveling, I think that can somehow be considered circular.
Yeah, and you also showed that we can have a positive impact if we like have the local community show what they do and promote their products and so on. We can take part of it in a nice way.
Yes.
Thank you.